Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone who is joining me live today, and good morning who is going to be watching this video as a recording. My name is Olga. I'm founder of Studio Symbols, and I'm a teacher here who facilitate the classes at the studio for beginners. But my background is a process engineer in mining industry. This is a fact that surprised a lot of people, but actually lots of my students finding it's very good to have this engineering technical mind, which helped me to structure my classes in the right way to teach anyone how to sew in the most easiest and enjoyable way. So today's session is very casual. It's to answer the questions we have regularly from our students as a beginners, how to easier start to sew. We get those questions through the email before the people join in our classes. So it's a great way to join live, answer any questions you have, and you might ask me here in live, or I have a list of the questions some people send me prior this workshop who can't join with us live. So I will be answering all those questions for you and hope removing some fears and barriers for you to start sewing in easiest and simplest way. So how I mentioned, today is a very casual session. So I have my notes in front of me. I'm really sorry. It's my first ever webinar. So please excuse me if I will stumble on my words or something like that. I'll do my best. You know, we all have to start somewhere when we're doing something new, just like in sewing. And this is my first live recording and running a live webinar. So I'll get on the better from here, just like in sewing. So the common struggles and phrases I hear people send me in a message or tell me at their first class that they're not creative. How is the sewing for them if they're not creative? So it's a funny one. I think it's a funny misconception that you need to be creative to be able to sew, which is not. And I'll tell you the secret. I'm not creative either. But the sewing is not about creativity. The sewing itself, the execution, those step by step, it's all about technical skills, hands-on technical skill, which you will practice, you will get better at them. So creativity, it's when you throw pieces together, design something from scratch, put in the different colors together, put in different textures together. So that's where the creativity goes. But then execute on that project, you need to have a certain set of skills, which anyone can learn because it's some rules applies and the rules of repetition apply where you repeat certain amount of skills and you wouldn't have a choice but get better at them. So yes, you don't need to be creative to start sewing. Another questions I get often asked, I don't have a sewing machine. Can I join your classes? Two answers to these questions. If you don't have a sewing machine, do not rush to buy. Because at the studio, you will experience a good brand, good model sewing machine, which makes you realize how different sewing machines can be. And very often, if people rush and buy their sewing machine before the class, I hear like, oh my God, I wish I knew this earlier. I would have chosen different sewing machine. So yeah, the answer to this question, if you don't have a sewing machine, do not rush to buy one. However, if you already have a sewing machine, learn the tool you have. You're welcome to bring your own sewing machine to our classes, and we will teach you how to use that. So I hope I kind of removed some barriers for you. If you don't have sewing machine, do not rush to invest because we're definitely going to guide you all the different features of the sewing machine, which will help you then to buy your own sewing machine. And if you have one already, just use what you have. Don't think that you need a better sewing machine just to start sewing. We always use what we already have. So another common questions people enrolling into the continuous coursing, what if I miss one class? What if I'll get unwell or stuck in the traffic or something else happens? We do understand this. And I'm a mom of two kids myself. I know the unexpected could happen. Plus, starting this business during the COVID taught me a lot of things. That was a time of uncertainty. So if you miss the class, that's not a problem at all. So running the classes, it's pretty much continuous things we do at our studio. We have classes at multiple times. We have classes after hours. We have classes on the weekend. So once you miss the class, all you have to do is just reach out and we will arrange the makeup session with any other groups which go in, maybe not necessarily in the same week. It's okay. The class is designed that you progress in your learning, but it's okay to miss the class and have it at the different timing. So that's not a problem at all. Also, what I would like to share today with you, just to show that the people who started with us did start with the different feelings, with the different goals in mind, and just showcase a couple of success stories. So one of the students came to me. This is probably one of my favorite stories. So one of the students joined our level 1 with intention just to learn how to make a cushion cover. Because I always like to ask, what's your goal when you came to our classes? You would like to learn sewing. On the first class, we liked you. Like, how far would you like to go with this? Would you like to just do a simple alteration of what you have? Would you like to just decorate your house and do a simple craft projects like cushion covers? Or would you like to take it all the way and possibly start making your own clothing from scratch? And one of my students in the level 1 said that all she wanted to do, she just wanted to learn how to make a cushion cover, to make a beautiful cushion covers for her house. She ended up finishing all our courses, level 1, 2, 3, and level 4, which is like optional, not even in a sequence with our main teaching. And now she's running her own business, making amazing one-of-a-kind shirts for men and upcycling all the different tablecloths and the blankets from the op shop she could find in an amazing one-of-a-kind jackets. How is that for the outcome? I don't think when she walked into the class number 1, she thought that this is where the learning to sew path will take her. However, you just never know what you don't know. All you have to do is just to try and see where the journey will take you. Another success story I would like to share with you is very often people walk in the first class and they're very, very nervous. It's normal. We've all been there. Starting something new does feel a little bit nerve-wracking, overwhelming. You're thinking, would I be able to keep up with the class? All I wanted to do just to learn some basic, and you don't know where the journey will take you. However, our latest student, after having a couple of classes, so she said that now the sewing become fun instead of stressful. That's a transformation we want for all of our students, where the sewing suddenly become fun. So that's what you can do at your own leisure, in your own house. You don't always have to come to our studio to have fun with the sewing, but removing those initial basic fears, learning those basic skills, that's what will transform your sewing journey to having fun rather than being stressful. Let me just check my notes. So I covered the questions whether we need to bring our own sewing machine or not. I also cover the questions, what if I'll miss the class? I also cover the questions, what if I'm not creative enough? So hopefully all that removes some barriers from you. Let me also answer the questions is what exactly I'm going to learn and what my skills would be once I finish level 1, and is there the path beyond level 1? So level 1 was designed for people who either never touched a sewing machine before and would like to learn how to feel confident with the sewing machine and basic sewings. After the level 1, you can certainly do fixing up your own jobs at home where the rib seam needs to be fixed or the hem on the pants needs to be fixed or something needs to be taken in. This is all the simple jobs you will be able to do after level 1 with the basic knowledge of the sewing machines and basic techniques. However, if your aim always was to make something from scratch, make beautiful dresses that fit you well, that in your style, you're struggling to find suitable clothes in a shop, this is where we have a pass after the level 1 to go to the level 2 and level 3. They're all individual courses and they're all independent from each other. You don't have to proceed if that's not your goal, but there are definitely paths exist to take you further than the level 1 and show you how to make your own clothes following commercial patterns, how to understand patterns, how to read them. And we have a fun class upstairs today, so it's a lots of actions going on, so which is great. So it's a new beginner group, 5 new people starting the journey today and maybe feeling nervous, just like anyone would starting something new. So yeah, but today it's all about how to start the journey in the easiest way. And that's why I want to tell you a little bit about our current bundle for beginners, how to join our level 1. So for the till the end of this month, till the end of the August, we bundle up our offers to give you the best value we can offer. So usually our course, the 5-week course, is cost $675. Plus, we have a standalone online course, which is a replica of our face-to-face classes, but it goes through recording, through the video recorded, which you can watch at your own leisure, at your own time at home. So the online class was $198. So the total value together is $873. Today, until the end of this month, which is a couple of more days left, you can get this bundle for just $575 and come and learn with us in face-to-face classes, and then come home and practice what you learned and watch the videos which will remind you of all the technique, of all the explanation, of all the tips you learned at the class. This is an amazing way to learn, not only on the class, but also practice on your own at home. This is where your skill will really skyrocket. And look, for $575, what I said is already available, but it's a limited spots. So it's only 8 spots left for this amazing offer. So I will include the link into the chat. So, and we'll didn't organize it earlier, so there you go. That's my first failure. I'll just organize that link for you guys so that you can click the link in the chat and book that bundle for yourself if this is something you're interested in. Oh, I forgot to mention. Plus, what you get when you join us, after finishing the level 1, you have a lifetime $100 discount for any future course you would like to join. So if you'd like to join level 2 or level 3, you will have $100 off each course. So that's another value we're adding. Plus, we're also going to invite you to our exclusive graduation Facebook group where we share our projects, share our wins, share our struggles, asking questions, helping each other. This is another amazing sewing community built not only face-to-face here in the studio, but online as well. So if you're waiting for the right time, I think that's the time right now. Okay, so I just found my link and will be copying it and pasting into the chat. Okay, that's the message to everyone. So this is the link if you would like to join us today and climb that amazing bundle. That's the link to go for. You can choose any starting day to start your course. Your starting day don't have to be in August, but the offer finish at the end of the August. Okay, great. So I cover all the questions I had, which was sent to me online from the people who registered, but unfortunately couldn't join us live. So if there is no any other questions, I am going to wrap up. Actually, another things I wanted to quickly share. This is, I hear again and again, the best tip they received when they start sewing. Your sewing space. I know sometimes we have no spare rooms to set up straight away a massive, the dream sewing room. And a lot of us starting to sew on our dining table, which is totally realistic and it's all understandable. However, each time when you feel inspired to sew, and if you need to go into your closet, take your sewing machine out of the box, clean the dining table, set up your space before you do any creative work, I can tell you straight away, you're never going to start sewing. All these barriers will kill your desire to even start. So my best advice is have yourself a little corner in your house. It doesn't have to be big. It could be just a part of your computer desk. It doesn't have to be a separate room. It could be a little corner of your dining table, whatever works for you. But it has to be permanently set up. So once it's looking at you all the time, sitting in the corner, it will be calling you to start sewing. Even if you don't know how or where to start, you always will be looking at this. And once the creativity hits, once the inspiration comes, it's ready for you to sit down and start sewing. So please, please, please dedicate a little space so it's going to be permanently set up. And if I will show you our studio, you will see that you don't need a lot of space for the sewing machine at all. To sew, you see how our sewing machines sitting right one next to each other. So the space for the sewing machine itself doesn't have to be massive. So there you go. This is my little tip for you as well if you want to start. And if you don't want to start with us, that's okay. You can always start by going online and exploring. Just start very simple. Don't jump into any zips. Don't jump into any dresses. As a beginners, we have to go through the very simple projects like cushion covers, pillowcases, tote bags, lots of straight line, lots of wins under our belt, so which will grow our confidence, and then we can jump into something more complex than that. Thank you so much for everyone who registered for our webinar and send your questions. I am going to send this video to everyone who was interested, and hopefully you will find some tips and tricks for yourself as well. And I hope to see you in the studio sometime soon. Thank you everyone so much, and bye for now.